Hello lovers, welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast hosted by myself, Lauren Amy. This is for those who are ready to take up space, who are living a soft life loudly and are ready to savor the sweetness in each moment. Here we're going to embrace transformation, the beauty of the in-between and the magic of becoming. So pull up a seat and listen in because life is delicious and it's about goddamn time we eat it up. Okay, wow. Well, this is different. Okay, right, hang on. Let me just get comfortable here for a second. Okay, this is so strange. Oh, I'm not mad about this. Okay, right, you guys listening have no idea what's happening right now. But I've decided to record this podcast in a very different way, where I'm just lying down on my mat on my living room floor, which is how I like to spend the majority of my days, to be honest. And I have no idea what this actually looks like, whether this actually looks okay, but it feels great. Why have I not done this before? Why have I not recorded the podcast like this before? This is fantastic. I've just recorded a live 8 a.m. wake and wriggle practice, so I was like, my mat's already out, you know? I'm already there. Let's just have a little lie down. And I can't believe, actually, it is 20 to 10. I've done a live practice. I've recorded a 30-minute practice. Now recording the podcast, hopefully going to record a meditation after this. I'm on a fucking roll, okay? Which is actually such a contrast to yesterday. So you might notice, you might be aware that there's a slight delay to this episode. I'm actually recording this on the day it's meant to be out. This episode is meant to be out right now, but it obviously isn't because I'm recording it right now. Basically, yesterday was just a bit of a write-off for me. A really weird thing actually happened. I think I don't want to overanalyze it too much. It's just a thing we all have these days, right? But basically, I got to the studio and I was kind of feeling a little bit, you know, when something's just not right, you know? I was feeling a little bit dysregulated and I got to the studio, started setting up for class and I was like, oh, something's definitely not right. And I just quickly got worse and worse from there. I was hot, I was sweaty, I felt like I was going to faint. And therefore, I was then panicking because I was like, oh God, I was about to teach a class. How am I going to teach a class when I'm feeling this way? So panic. And I had to turn yogis away because obviously there was no time to let them know what was going on, which just felt awful. I felt like such an arse. Like, I really hate cancelling. I really hate it. It just doesn't sit right with me. And I feel like I'm letting people down. Again, we don't need to go into that too much, but it's just, it is what it is, all right? Everyone has these days. And I had one of those days yesterday and I just had to roll with it. I had to quickly call in reinforcements. So actually this position that I'm in right now, where I'm like lying down on my living room floor, was very similar to how I started my day yesterday. However, I was lying in, well, not even on the studio floor. I was actually just lying in the reception area. Because that's where the best breeze was. And I was just trying to, stay grounded on this earth, I guess, and not completely go into an absolute tiz. So, great start to the day. But we're here now, so I apologise for the delay. And I thought I could just leave it until next week, or I could record today still and maybe just leave it for a week. I don't know. But I kind of want to stick to routine a little bit, you know? And also, it's August 12th, so I'm currently recording this on August 12th, and there's something funny going on with the planets right now, isn't there? Isn't there like a solar eclipse or something? And I feel like I need to look this up. Right, where's my phone? Okay, let's have a quick little investigation, because I keep hearing stuff about the solar eclipse, and obviously we just had the Lionsgate portal, and so when it comes to these like new moons, full moons, like the lunar cycles in general, or the star signs in general, and what it all means, like I'll like dip in here and there, but I wouldn't say that my knowledge is really there when it comes to these things. I love to read a post when it tells me about a Scorpio and how our life is going to get better and better. I love that, and I've actually been seeing a lot of that recently. I think with the change in studio, which, God, the news is out, guys. The news is out, and I don't have to hide it as a secret anymore. My new venue is out, thank goodness. And I was so excited to share that with everyone. I'm so excited that's been so well received. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, I think it's going to be quite a smooth transition. And this could be a real good time, you know, just to make things happen. So I'm excited. But yeah, in that time of uncertainty and this real shake-up for business, I've been seeing a lot of stuff to do with Scorpios and this time of year, and how this time of year is meant to change the game, all right? So I am curious, what's the sitch with this solar eclipse, you know? What's happening now? So, okay, solar eclipses have been viewed across many traditions as powerful moments of endings, beginnings, and revelation. The 12th of August total solar eclipse is particularly significant because it's the first major solar eclipse visible across much of Europe in decades, with a deep partial eclipse visible from the UK and totality passing through parts of Greenland, Iceland, Portugal, and northern Spain. Love that for those guys. I know quite a few people that are traveling to Spain for this eclipse. It kind of feels like, you know how I celebrated the summer solstice around Stonehenge? It kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that kind of event. Lovely. So, from a spiritual perspective, people often associate a solar eclipse with a reset. The moon temporarily obscures the sun, symbolizing a pause in your usual way of seeing things. It can feel like an invitation to stop forcing, striving, or controlling, and instead allow clarity to emerge. Yes, love that. Definitely seen today as a bit of a reset after yesterday was just a nothing day. I actually really hated yesterday. I was just sat there horizontal thinking about how unproductive I was being. But rest is productive. We all need that reminder. Got to practice what I preach. So yeah, today very much does feel like a reset, and there's been lots happening recently that have been inviting me to reset. You know, we're in this time of revival. I keep talking about that, and I will continue to keep talking about it because yeah, let's really embrace this inner revival. Let's really embrace this reset, shall we? Okay. Also says, hidden truths coming to light. As darkness briefly falls during the day. By the way, if you're hearing a lot of noise in the background, the bin men have just chosen now as an appropriate time to go throughout my estate. Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing your job, especially on a hot day today. We love you. We appreciate you. Just slightly inconvenient timing, but it's okay. You carry on and crack on with your job. I'll crack on with mine. Okay, so hidden truths coming to light. As darkness briefly falls during the day, eclipses are often seen as revealing what has been overlooked, whether that's a relationship, a habit, a belief, or a dream that's been quietly waiting for your attention. Interesting. Okay, as darkness briefly falls during the day, revealing what's been overlooked. What have I been overlooking? I need to think on that one. Okay, next it says closing one chapter before another begins. Yep, that's obvious. I'm literally closing one chapter tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last day at Verve studio I've been teaching at since 2019. That's gonna feel weird. It's going to feel a bit strange, a bit surreal, a bit bittersweet, but it is what it is, you know? I have to close this chapter in order to move into the next, and I'm very excited about this new chapter. Like, I can't grip and cling and hold on to it forever. I've got to let it go, you know? Many believe eclipses... that's a difficult word to say. Many believe eclipses... Eclipses... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, many believe that these events accelerate change. Rather than being a time to manifest or push forward, they're often considered a time to observe, release, and trust. Fuck it out, Lauren. That what's no longer aligned will naturally fall away. Well, I don't know whether it's naturally falling away or kind of being taken away, but fine. I'm pretty sure all I've been doing recently is just releasing and trusting and just going with the flow as best as I can, as exhausting as it is and as unnerving as it is. That's all we can do. And then finally it says, remembering your own light. Symbolically, the sun never disappears. It is simply hidden for a moment. Spiritually, this can be a reminder that your own inner light remains present, even during periods of uncertainty or transition. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I like that. And I love how I'm literally like basking in the sun. Actually, this is pretty perfect right now. I'm basking in the sun on the day of a solar eclipse. Wow, this is really meant to be, isn't it? Remembering your own light as I bask in the light. Tasty. Astrologically, this eclipse occurs in Leo, which adds themes of authentic self-expression, courage, creativity, heart-led living, stepping into visibility, letting go of the need for external validation. So interesting. I quite enjoy Leo season. Obviously, Scorpio season is always the best. But Leo is a fire sign, right? Scorpio is a water sign. And fire and water mixing creates steam. So it feels like there's this real burning away of old self-doubt and limiting beliefs and hesitations, old habits, old patterns. And that burning just creates space for new things to come to light, to come to the surface, right? To grow, to flourish. And I think that fieriness of Leo, because even though Scorpios are a watery sign, we have this fiery nature to us as well. So it's almost like that is being lit up more and more. And obviously I'm referencing Scorpios a lot. That's just because that's just what I am. Like whatever sign you are, what is being lit up right now? In what areas have you been given that extra fire, that extra oomph, that extra, I don't know, what is burning away? What is releasing? What is coming to light for you? In what ways are you being invited into that authentic self-expression? In what ways are you invited to step into your courage, your creativity? And I think the key thing to notice that whilst we have this fieriness kind of driving things right now, and yeah, we are in the year of the horse. I said recently that it feels like this horse is like galloping around the gaff and I'm losing my grip on the reins and I'm just having to let this horse take me wherever it's going to go. But I think with this fieriness, to kind of like counterbalance it just a little bit, like nothing big needs to happen immediately. Like nothing, you don't need to make any big decisions. You don't need to suddenly uproot your life and change everything. But perhaps, again, it's in that darkness, it's allowing you to shine a light on the places where things do feel misaligned, things do feel uncomfortable, things do feel not quite right, you know? And of course, summer is a very yang time of year. There's this higher energy in the air, there is that brightness of the sun in the sky, everyone's social calendars are just ridiculously full, and it's lovely, it's great, but it's this real masculine time of year. So I think the ways in which to just kind of like honor this time and counterbalance it is to remember your softness, okay? And honor that fire rather than feel like we need to do all the things all at once. Take it steady. That's the way I've been approaching this studio change and this revival of business, just one steady decision at a time. Because I can't do everything. I am just one person. So I guess my invitation is to kind of feel that fire in your belly, that spark, that ignition to see something, to do something, but then invite yourself to pause just before, okay? Just before you take any action, just before you do anything, pause, notice, feel into the moment, feel into your body, feel into your surroundings, honor where you're at right now, honor all that it took to get you here, and know that nothing needs to be done straight away. Things will fall into place as they're meant to. That fire will burn away whatever's no longer serving you, whatever's no longer needed. And that fire will create space for new growth to happen. We just have to trust in it. There's this fine balance, and I think about this with manifestation all the time, particularly around the Lion's Gate, where we can manifest, we can wish for all the things that we want to invite in. You can say to yourself, I wish to be incredibly successful. Okay, cool, lovely, that's great. But what does that success actually mean? Does it mean financial success? Does it mean success in business? Does it mean a success in your family, in your relationships? What does that actually mean? And I think that's the missing ingredient in manifestation that's so often overlooked. And I think manifestation can often be seen as quite woo-woo and quite spiritual, quite out there. There is science behind it. There is something there. But you have to take like small conscious action over time. We can't just manifest and wish our life away unless you're actually applying that conscious effort. That's where the balance is. That's where that fine balance is. So again, whilst we have this fire in our belly, use that fire to get clearer on what it is that you're actually hoping to invite in. Again, if you're hoping to invite in success, what does that look like? What does that mean? What does that feel like? Okay, be more specific. What is the number of money that you're trying to invite in? All right, write it down. And the thing I love about Lionsgate, the thing that I saw on the Lionsgate itself was that lions are raw. Okay, so yes, it's okay to have this dream like quietly ticking away in the background, but actually put it out into the world, put it out into the ether, be louder about your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your desires, all right? They don't have to stay locked up all inside, because that's where they'll always exist. They'll always just stay locked up inside. What if we brought them out into the world, we boldly claimed these dreams, these wishes as our own? I just think we'll just be immediately rewarded for that, you know? You'll never be punished for that. You will never be punished for boldly claiming what is yours, for bravely reaching for what you desire, you know? Over the weekend, I recorded this whole thing for Lionsgate Portal, where I just kind of like shouted my manifestations out the camera, and I could have left it there in my camera roll, but I was like, no, I'm going to post this. I'm going to let people know why it is that I'm here, what it is that I'm showing up for, what it is that I hope to do and achieve in this world. And I guess just see how it's received, but also it doesn't necessarily matter how it's received, because this is for me. It's not for anyone else, you know? So feel free to go back and watch it. And like, even if we have missed the Lionsgate Portal, or you kind of missed this eclipse season, we're still in Leo season, right? There's still going to be this lingering energy throughout this month or so. So you have time, okay? So I guess whilst you're listening to this right now, maybe you too are lying down on your living room floor and maybe these thoughts are being stirred, and like sensation is kind of rising to the surface. Thoughts are coming to the forefront of your mind. What is it that comes to your mind when I ask the question, what is it that's inspiring you right now? You know, what direction do you feel like you're being gently nudged towards? What's lighting you up? What's exciting you? What's inspiring you? What are those things, all right? And what is it that comes to the forefront of your mind? And of course, you could also ask the question, what's not inspiring you? What's dragging you down? You know, what's dimming your light? Get clearer on these things. Notice them. And it'd be so easy to kind of like push them into a corner, sweep them underneath the rug. You know, that's so easy. And I was speaking last week about this liminal phase, right? This in-between murky moment where, yeah, we can just keep plodding along doing the things we do, but unless we actually decide to shift the intention, to shift gears just ever so slightly and think, actually, there's something here, there's something in this. What if I just take that small step towards that direction and then again pause? And then maybe take the next step, pause again. And after that, maybe take a slightly bigger step and have another pause. You know, it doesn't have to be a race. And slowly but surely, just start to become a little bit louder about your likes, louder about the things you enjoy, and I guess louder about the things that you don't enjoy. Why are we here on this earth if not to enjoy it and have a good time? Use this fiery Leo energy just to give you that little bit of oomph, okay? That little spark of ignition to take that first step and then pause. Notice how it felt. Notice whether anything dramatic changed. Notice that nothing bad happened. And then be like, okay, cool. Let me take that next step. Repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. I'm quite enjoying this little lie down talk with you all. It's almost like a little pillow talk session where we all just lie down and I just say lovely things in your ear. Wow, maybe I do like a pillow talk series. Who knows? So, honeys, I think I'll leave you with these final few thoughts. Use the fire, but don't let the fire burn you out. Use that drive, use that spark, but take your time with it. You don't have to burn everything to the ground. Let your own inner lion roar about what it is that you are wanting to welcome into this life of yours, because after all, this is your life. And manifestation only works if we take those small conscious steps towards it. But of course, give yourself time to rest. Give yourself time to pause, to just be, to have that lie down. Because again, rest is still very much productive. And even as you're resting, that fire is still kind of simmering away, still burning away that external pressure or expectation. And perhaps it's in the moments of quiet, again, we can hear a little bit more clearly. Perhaps after you roar about your intentions and shout them into the world around you, and then take a moment to pause and reflect after, maybe it's in that quiet that you hear a response to that roar, even a slight whisper, okay? Life doesn't have to be roaring back at you all the while. Listen to the small signs too. Let's see if we can welcome in that little blend of getting louder. Again, lions roar. They let their presence be known when they want to, okay? But what else do lions do is that they preserve their energy. They bask in the sun. So that's the way in which we're going to continue through this Leo season, okay? Feel the fire, but don't let that fire burn you out. All right. I'm going to leave this one here and see if I can quickly turn this around and get this out a little bit later today. Wish me luck. But it's been lovely to have this little lie down talk with you. And maybe I'll do another in the future. But as always, honeys, have a glorious Wellness Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Mwah. Alright, stunners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. I hope it has left you feeling suitably inspired. And as always, please don't forget to rate and review, like and subscribe, all those lovely things, as not only does this help the podcast grow, but it also helps us to reach more beautiful souls who need to hear these conversations. And of course, come hang out with me over on Instagram and TikTok at LaurenAmyYD, and follow the pod at butterflyeffect.pod. You can also dive deeper into yoga, meditations, poetry, and so much more with me over on Patreon. Until next time, keep living a soft life loudly, because you know you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah!